Hello everybody, this is Bematt, and I'm doing a live commentary here on Dust Bowl, a map I think everyone knows. Hopefully this is the first commentary of many, but we're gonna start off here, and today I'm gonna talk about something relatively simple to understand, but at the same time I think it's something worth talking about, and it's this game mode. It's attack defense. Attack defense is one of the more primary modes in this game. I'd say the three primary modes in this game that have the most focus are capture the flag, this, and just simply control points, which entails maps like Badlands and Cold Front and the such. For many months, my friends and I only ever played attack defense, and I think it was because of several things. One, we are not huge fans of capture the flag. Two, control point servers and control point players tend to be more of the kind of get good persuasion. Not saying that to offend anybody, because I love control point maps. In fact, my favorite maps in the game, which would be the CP version, though I don't mind the CTF variant, and Cold Front, are both 5 CP maps, and I both like them very much. But you get a lot more people who are it's not a bad thing to get experienced players, but you get those kinds of people, the kind of like elitism types. I try not to be like that, even though I've probably been playing as long or longer than them, not to brag or anything. But basically, attack defense is one of those, like, you go into the game, and when the first time you ever play the game, attack defense is probably one of the first venues you're ever going to touch. And this map is probably one of the first maps you're going to touch too. Dust Bowl is not my favorite map. I feel like the way the game is panned out in terms of how they've changed the way, models and hitboxes and the way the weapons are working, it's too small. It's too cramped. There's not enough breathing room, so you get a lot of this. This little trench here is a nightmare to go through the first time, so I always stay back because something's gonna happen. The thing about attack defense I want to talk about is kind of a little bit about why I think the game mode could improve. I like attack defense. It's a relatively simple, game mode. There's not a lot of extra stuff to consider. But my biggest problem with it is I feel like there's not a lot of balance in it, and I think that's as much the map's fault that you're playing as much it is the game mode itself. I feel like sometimes the maps are tailored to fit one side more than the other, and then even when that's happening, also you kind of get the thing where one team is just explicitly winning while the other one is not, which is a roll would be roll situation. That was a really bad. I should have just used my bottle. I think that would have actually worked out better. Really, I think rolling is really easy. On 5 CP, you have a chance to get back. I feel like with 5 CP, there's always buffer room. You get pushed back to your last point, that's fine. You've got plenty of room to get back because you have all these control points buffering you. So you take everything in stages. So there's never any, it's not a static progression. It's a back and forth. Though that's why 5 CP can very commonly result in stalemates, which, however you see it or not, can be good or bad. But 5 CP allows for a lot of flexibility. Capture the flag does too, though. I feel like capture the flag ends up being deathmatch minus the flag a lot, and that's a little not my taste. I was wondering why he didn't come in and kill me, because he could have really easily done that. But attack defense, I feel like even with stages, it's just too much. Like you're locked. You're locked in this kind of, oh no, we're either getting messed up or we're messing up, and there's not a lot of balance. That's the problem. It's lacking a balanced, aspect to it. Now, that's not to say that you can't have a balanced game on attack defense, but more often than not, you don't. And I think Dust Bowl and Gravel Pit are both great, and Gravel Pit's one of my favorite maps too, but the problem is that map is heavily geared towards defense, especially the last point, and then Dust Bowl gets a lot like that too, especially at its last stage, which we're not even at yet, but this stage can be pretty heavily geared towards defense as well. Turtling is really easy on Dust Bowl. For anyone who doesn't know, turtling is mass NG blockade basically of sentries, and it's very, very complicated. Alright, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I hope he comes down here. He's not gonna. Yeah, I saw that coming. I was really hoping the pyro would come down, but I think he knew and I knew that if he had come down he was dead. So probably better that he didn't. We do not have an NG. Oh wait, yes we do. Back to what I was saying. My biggest problem with attack defense, even though I like playing it, is that, you know, I never really feel a good amount of balanced gameplay. Well, I got him that time. You know, more often than not, you're in a situation where you're getting rolled pretty bad, and even scrambling, which obviously I could go all day about scramble. In fact, I'll probably do something on scrambling in the future. But team scrambling and the way scrambles work on servers like this in general is a very flawed system. So teams never change that much. And when you think that, you know, they're trying to change up the way the teams are to avoid rolling, attack defense doesn't really accommodate for that. It's not. There's not enough for it. So look, they've got a lot of sentries, so they're kind of turtling, but it's not as bad as I've seen. I'm gonna get this pyro. These pyros are my biggest enemies. I'm really bad at killing pyros as demo, especially because I'm using the stock grenade launcher, which is not my primary of choice, but I'm trying to utilize it a lot more. So here we are. We won the first point pretty painlessly, but then the tides shifted. And now I'm going to cite this as a matter of map rather than a matter of team. Now that sounds like a cop-out, like, oh, the map's working against me. But like, this second point is really accommodating for red, and I know because I have stuck defenses where this point has been my saving grace. This guy is just jumping around. What's going on over here? Like the second point on every stage of Dust Bowl is really accommodating for red. Even the first one, which I would say is the easiest to break through, which I guess is the point. You know, you find yourself in a situation where you're like got a good little alcove to defend, and there's not a lot of risk. I don't know why I bothered. I should have bottled. I need to pull out my bottle more. I used to do that. I don't know why I'm not doing that. All right, I'm trying to tell pyro battle. I'm not having a good luck with this. I know he's over there. Damn it. Okay, I'm going in. I know I'm gonna die. Yep. Unfortunately, oh, well, that guy got him. Unfortunately, there's a lot of health over there. They litter health pickups throughout Dust Bowl, which is not entirely a bad thing. I'm not entirely opposed to that, because I'm more opposed to maps that have no health pickups whatsoever, and so you're kind of wondering what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, so, I mean, this, right now, I'm not really sure how to judge this. Alright, got him that time. You know, it's hard because they've got a good setup, but they've got so much, like, you know, defensive measures that it's hard to break through that. So here we are. This is a common situation to be. We're on this upper ridge, and there's sentries around the corner, and unfortunately they're a pain in the ass to destroy. We have a medic, I think. I want to get rid of that soldier over there. Right now I'm just pod shotting because I can't hit anything. Alright, this is bad. Oh, there's this. Okay, that was stupid. That was really stupid of me. I knew there was something next to me, but I was like kind of confused because I thought that I was just moving into a prop or something, which is another thing I'll probably talk about in the future, which is style over substance, which is a problem with a lot of maps. I might as well just set up my whole future catalog for you. But here we are. See, we had the first point, like I said, and now they're gotten back with good sentry placement. And really, I mean, I guess it's unfair to say, oh man, how dare they? How dare they use a defensive class to? I mean, yeah, it's not fair to say that, but you know, my point is, the map is very well aligned towards defense, and so they've got this perfect venue in which they can utilize it. So we're left in this kind of like, oh no, how is this gonna go? The tides have turned. As much as I hate rolling being consistent, I also am not a huge fan of sudden shift changes. You know, you could say it makes things more interesting, but now we're just stuck here because they have a lot of sentries and we don't. I'm gonna try to aim better. That's not quite working out. I did kill the soldier. I'm gonna see if I can get the pyro. Oh, nice. Alright. Now I'm gonna inch. Okay, that sentry is in an easy place, I think. Oh no, they've got a what is it? They got a rescue ranger on that. Alright. Oh, he's got the soda popper. Probably not good for me. I'm really bad at hitting pyros. If I did not mention that the first and foremost time. I'm going for it. Oh, this guy got it for me. Cool. We have a medic. I'm wondering why this is such a problem. I want to get to the third point so I can talk about that, because honestly the third stage of this map is more worth talking about in the confines of what I want to talk about than anything else. However, the biggest problem is that our medic keeps getting killed. And I got rid of that soldier very promptly, but I'm still having trouble with everything else. I almost feel like I should go medic, though I don't. With two medics, I'm a little sketchy on it. I just kind of want to make progress. Alright, that guy's probably DR. If I had to guess, yeah. You know, they never ever want to come and get destroyed by my bottle, which is quite unfortunate. Alright, what do we have? Alright, fuck it, I'm going medic. I shouldn't, but I'm going medic anyway. Alright, I'm gonna show off my medic skills or lack thereof before I talk any more about attack defense, because I really want to talk about the third point. Now, I could talk about it and assume you know it. Most people do. Oh, man. But I'm not going to do that. I want to show you. So I'm just going to do my best. Get fucked. Alright. I can help you. What I'm more afraid of is getting back.
Once you get over me, I'm going to take out the two sentries on the right.
Alright. Alright, so I got it.
Oh, let's go.
No, I don't know what this idiot was. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking, more or less.
Okay, I can't even reach the sentries, but we got them.
Alright, I think we've got this. Do we have this? Let's go. Alright, there we go. Shit, I think we got this. We did! Hey! Hey, not bad. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying, which is, what was I doing? Alright, so...
Pyro chased me all the way to near our spawn, just to kill me.
Okay, third point.
It was very sad.
I'm gonna play medic more, as I talk about the obvious problems with what I like to call the Dust Bowl choke point of death. A really unintimidating, lack of imagination title. I fucking hate this part of Dust Bowl. I'm gonna give you a nice expletive here. It fucking sucks. This map is alright, but this point really gets me. I can understand the design behind this point. They wanted to make it so that ultimately, if you were getting rolled, that you could kind of like stonewall, like blue from rolling you, but it really, at the same time, it's just I don't foresee that happening. All right, I'm gonna go with this demo. I like demos, so we're gonna go together. I'm gonna block this sentry. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna jump around on this point. Alright, cool. This is not the choke point part. More often than not, people just quick cap this point. It's the next point. Now, if they didn't defend the next point, then I guess everything's for null. But look at this. You get a series of really, really tight, narrow corridors, which are really, really horrible if you get pushed back. And attack defend loves to just narrow shit out, so you can't ever like get past it. Alright, now I'm not really sure what we're doing. So these narrow corridors are a real pain because you can get filtered through them, which I guess is the point. But at the same time, you know, it's just breeding ground for a lot of spam and projectiles. And here we are at the choke point.
Sniper behind us.
Well, I thought I was gonna... I really thought that this was gonna be bad. Okay, the guy I'm Ubering is an idiot, so I guess that's fine. I know that was mean. I'm gonna take that back. The guy who was Ubering was not sure where his priorities lie. So I'm gonna, I guess, stand here. This point is the chokiest choke point. It is a mess. I'm gonna hit this guy. Or not. I kinda should have gone for the scout first, though I assumed, which was my bad, that the demo was gonna kill the scout, which didn't happen. So I'm just gonna go back to doing this. Dust Bowl's last point, you can last 30 minutes. You can go for 30 minutes on Dust Bowl's last point and lose as blue. 30 minutes. That is how choky this point is. And attack defense has this problem, though not as bad, because Dust Bowl I think is the only map that has the crazy time retaining mechanism due to the stages. I don't think there's another map that does that. Attack defense has a lot of these problems. Choke points. They want to choke out blue, and it's not a bad way to balance maps. But the real problem lies where, you know, you're making good progress. Is that kind of spy? Okay. You're making good progress, and oh, I'm gonna get set on fire. I'm gonna run away. And it all gets set back because there's a big choke point, and ultimately you're stuck in a location where it's just completely unfortunate. Oh man, because they have a lot of ways to block you or set you back. Now I'm gonna stay behind this pyro because he seems to know what he's doing. I wanna. Oh shit! Nope. I popped, but it's always that delay. Also, then he crit everyone else, which is kind of unfortunate. I always hit right click, but unfortunately, you get a little bit of uber delay no matter what, and no matter how you look at it. All right, that was a really very short-lived teleport. All right, so I don't know what this guy's doing. He should probably be killing that guy. Choke points. Dust Bowls is just the best example, mostly due to the fact that it's just all these narrow corridors and the ways you can go just complete kind of the choke point image, I guess. Gravel Pit C is another good example, though I don't think it's nearly as bad, though. Comebacks from C are not unheard of. I don't know what this guy wants me to do. I'm assuming it's going to be a blooper. Oh, no. Alright, they have a lot of soldiers, I noticed, and it's killing everybody. Yeah, we all died. But, you know, comebacks from...
Actually, come here and spawn. I'm going to help you build Uber.
Alright. But yeah, like, when you think about it...
Should speed it up a bit.
Choke points really serve a relatively meaningful purpose, and I understand why they're in the maps and why they're in the game mode in general. Attack defense, like I said, is unlike 5CP, where 5CP you can buffer every point. So every point is a venue for you to come back. In attack defense, you don't have that. So the buffer's gone. So how do you do that? You create choke points so that it's not as easy.
Okay, that should be enough.
Yeah, I'm good. Alright, I'm gonna follow this guy. So basically, you know, they make sense, but I don't like the way they're constructed map-wise because they just have a lot of bullshit to them. Damn it, mini sentry. Alright, I went a little soft to think about what I was doing, and I was hoping to come back from that, but mini sentries. Alright. So, as it stands, Dust Bowls is a great example of why I think those kind of things should be fixed. I feel like, you know, more often than I don't know why I audibly said that. More often than not, oh man. More often than not, choke points serve a purpose maybe too well. Like C and I'm not even saying like that it's a definite thing, because you know there's comebacks on all sides, but C and this part are really bad, and I love Gravel Pit, but Dust Bowls
uploads because I tend to kill myself.
Dust Bowl just has this, you know. We're in alleyways. We've been pushed back several times. There's just so much crap. I'm gonna dodge a lot so that I don't get killed. Oh shit! All right, so now I'm back the fuck up. So, you know, there's just so much, like, push and pull, which isn't bad, but, you know, it leaves us in this static, like, oh no, we're getting pushed back the same narrow alleyway again. And, you know, it's like the same thing on Gorge. Gorge is another good example with that last point where there's so many places to put sentries and the turtle and to just kind of hide that, like, defense can essentially just do a one-man army thing by itself. I'm trying to heal all these people from here. The Nightmare Medic. Where is the okay, I need the soldier because I don't even know where he went. But here we are. I'm not really sure. If we push forward? No. So, as predicted, we're probably not going to win this point. I don't know. I should probably push one of these people. Thinking as such. I'm hoping people decide to push after this, because I tried to make the venue for that obvious. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Once again, a soldier's just walking in. Alright, well I'm gonna stay back because I can see where this is going. I really said how much I have to say on choke points. I have another medic now. But this is a good example. We're not gonna make progress, and I don't think we're gonna win. And that's because they've got us good. And now, honestly, it's not. They actually have a pretty legitimate defense, and they got good. They got good pressure. But I just think attack defense is too much of this, like, you know, this kind of static one-way looking road. Not a lot I can do about that. Uh-oh. I'm hoping I get Uber on this guy.
Uber me. No.
Yeah, I'm fucked this and pray. Though I doubt we're gonna make it. Even with what we've got. We need this. I need a, you know, obvious kind of. We need an obvious kind of push, but we don't have one because all the medics are dead. Yep. And this is kind of the way I feel about attack, defend, and Dust Bowl too. Just a very. It feels like a lot of things you could be doing really don't work, and it feels like there's a lot of chokiness. And in a way, I liked playing attack defend, but I feel like more often than not, the biggest problem was this is the way games usually go. And their defense was legitimate, and I'm not going to talk shit about what they did or how it went. It's just it's the way the game mode accommodates that. And in a way, I kind of think attack defense is really boring because of that very reason. So, I try not to play too much, but I kind of want to talk about that because I had been thinking about that. I'll probably try to play more other game modes because 5CP is a lot better. Attack defense just feels a lot more static in the way it's progression. I mean, there are twists and turns, but there's not enough. I feel like there's not enough cushion, and it makes it very, I guess, redundant. It feels like you're playing the same kind of game a lot of the time. So, yeah, well, that's my thoughts on attack defense in general. If you have any things to say or follow up about that or how you feel about it, feel free to comment. If you watched, thank you very much, and I'll see you around.